prayer. Stephanie, say a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you and praise you for this day. We come here to express our gratitude for a needless event that happened last night, for gratitude that all those responders with police departments and the medical and fire and ATF and whomever else I might be missing, thank you for bringing them home safe to their families, whether it was last night or this morning. Sometimes we put all the emphasis on the situation that happened. I think the emphasis needs to be on the great job that our protectors provided for us. Just want to give you the thanks, praise for that in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to call this meeting of the Hancock County Commission Thursday, August 15th, 2:30 p.m. to order. Roll call.
Mr. President, all Hancock County Commissioners are present.
And have approval of the commission meeting minutes of July 25th. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Government. We have one caller today, Bob Cheek.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother you much today. I want to let you know, I'm sure you know what happened what went on down Brook Commission meeting on Tuesday. No, they had a resolution they gave us of $7,500. They're just figuring out how to make the checks out. They're gonna give us installments, so much a month. Well, six and a quarter a month is what it breaks down to make it run for a year. So in order to make, if I can convince you gentlemen to do the same, then we'll have enough to run for a year. And what I want to do with it is, it's not enough to do the service 5 days a week. What we're going to do is we're going to run 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So the guys will have, they can make arrangements. And actually might be a better thing. That way we'll make sure we have full vans all the time. Instead of days having only 3 or 4. So that's what we're doing on that. The Legion's set it up the account, to put the money in for it. Brooke decided they wanted basically a report on the money every quarter. I don't know, what you guys had in mind to do as far as following this money trail to make sure it's being used as it's supposed to be used. But I'll be making sure of that too, because I joined the Legion for that purpose specifically, to keep an eye on things for you. Other than that, we're good to go. We are driving now. Right now, I'm driving 3 days a week. I've got a guy that I'm going to try and get accredited with the VA next week. I'm going to take him up Monday with me and start the process of the background checks, everything he's got to go through. I'm hoping to have him online in less than 2 weeks. I'm going to, because I'm going up here 3 days in a row, I'm going to make sure he goes with me every day so that we can get him processed and driving. He'll drive Monday, Tuesday, I'll drive Thursday, Friday. But that's about all I got for you today, guys.
Is there a designated area this will go to? Is there
The American Legion are the ones that's going to be the pass-through.
a post?
Post 45 in Fallsby.
Okay.
They set
Is
up
a
the bank
quarterly
account.
good enough for you? Do you need anything more than that? Because I had talked to one of their commissioners, and we both thought it'd be best just to do incrementals on a monthly thing,
Okay.
in case something that the
Something
state might
changes.
do.
I would rather have that also. I don't want all that money up there if something happens.
We could do quarterly, and then if there were additional questions we wanted to revisit, we could.
Okay, and I'll talk to her and how they're doing that.
Okay.
It's post what?
45.
Post 45. Okay.
It's in Farmsby. I can get you the commander and the financial officer's name and number if you want. I mean, for her, if she wants to contact them to find out.
We work well with Brooke County Commission.
Oh, I know,
so,
I know.
Yeah.
That's why
I mean, we've
figured you
talked about it. I
probably
didn't
knew
know
what
that-
they did Tuesday.
That they finally committed to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're just trying to figure out how to set up the account.
Right.
To make, I mean, on their end, to cut the checks. But my understanding from talking to West Banco is that checks are gonna have to be made, even though we're setting up a separate account, the checks are gonna have to be made to post 45, and then they will deposit the money in
Yes.
to the account. It's got to do with ID,
Yes.
tax numbers, and all that junk.
Okay. Thank you for all your work you did for that.
Oh, no problem.
All right. You guys have anything else?
And that was money that's already been approved, so that's just getting the details correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing under correspondence, old business, new business, commission. Consideration to update and amend the county cemetery policy. Mike, did you happen to look this over?
I don't know that I did. I don't know that I have that.
Need to make a motion.
Our
to table
departing,
it. Want to table it for next week so you can take a look at it? For next week.
Yeah, we could do it next week, yeah.
I'll make a motion that we table that, so this way our, Mike can take a look at that for the next week meeting, we'll go from there.
I was gonna ask for the same thing on the county abandoned building ordinance policy.
Well, that's something that that's gonna take a little bit of time. That's more involved, and that's probably more of a process. So my understanding with it being on there was just to have it, to kind of get the process started and get some things evaluated, and I'd probably have to talk with Bob over some issues too.
So is there a motion to table?
Motion to table.
Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Backing up, did we vote on the cemetery policy stuff?
He tabled it, but he
Didn't
did
vote
not
on it.
vote.
We didn't vote on it. Any questions on tabling the county cemetery policy? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Family Court Memorandum of Understanding for fiscal year 1920. This is just normal procedure for the new fiscal year. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Questions? Karen, we're okay on this?
Yes, sir.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. And this provider agreement with Donald Kissinger on behalf of the Juvenile Mediation Services. This is the same thing, a yearly renewal?
It just has to be done, any new providers for the new grant year.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Under Dog Warden, consideration to approve the hiring of Hope Dennis as full-time administrative assistant at the animal shelter. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay, this position was occupied by a person that had resigned and we had never filled it. We were working different people there. So this was a budgeted item, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. The effective date for this, will be tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
8/16/2019. Technology and Communication. Consideration to hire Michael Watkins as a full-time 911 dispatcher.
Move to approve.
This has the date was on here, August 15th, 2019, which is today. Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Consideration to pay Miranda Keeter for her accrued vacation. This is a normal procedure. Amanda resigned for a new job about a month ago, maybe less. Is there a motion to pay her accrued time?
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Finance. Probates and estates.
They've been reviewed and are recommended for approval as to form.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. We have 46 exoneration orders. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. General county bills. Karen?
General county bills are $244,830.79. Pay card payment for all funds, $12,025.88. And then July expenditures, just for a matter of record, $904,483.26.
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Animal shelter levy fund bills and requisitions.
They're okay to pay.
Motion to approve.
So move.
Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Library levy fund bills and requisitions.
They're okay to pay.
Motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. And the sheltered workshop levy fund bills and requisitions.
There are actually 4 requisitions. 3 of them are being paid, but with it being the beginning of the fiscal year, there's not enough for the 4th one. It's okay as soon as the receipts are entered.
Okay. Motion to approve.
Move to approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Good to the order. Karen?
So we closed the year today, but we'll be approving the budget revisions for the unencumbered at the next meeting.
Okay. Stretch that number.
Stretching as far as I can.
Is it stretching?
Not a lot.
Is it resistance? Mr. Lucas?
One point of correction on the county cemetery policy, just to make clear, I think Paige did send that to me, but I was only able to start reviewing it. And I think there was going to be some additional information that I might have to look over for that. So I wasn't anticipating approving or recommending anything for approval, but I want to correct or make clear that I think I did receive it, I just really hadn't been able to get that much done on it.
Okay. Mr. Vitus?
Well, I would like to give kudos to the sheriff and to Tracy Lemley for the way their folks handled a pretty dangerous situation last night. Just to give you some numbers, in the 180 minutes between 7:22 at the first report of an incident until 10:22 when the sheriff, when their people declared it all clear. In that 188 minutes, we handled 155 phone calls and 1,977 radio transmissions. So if you figure that out, that's a phone call a minute and roughly 10 radio transactions per minute per dispatcher that was scheduled. We do schedule 3 dispatchers. We ran with 5 most of the night. So kudos to that group.
Tracy?
I just want to, Bob told me I wasn't allowed to get weepy. But if you would have seen what was going on last night in that 911 center, and you had 4 dispatchers that, one came in just to get his paycheck. As soon as he knew something was happening, he grabbed the headset and started working. I get a call from a dispatcher that's off duty telling me what's happening. She's coming up from Brooke County where she lives to help. I get on scene, I have a dispatcher that's calling me and telling me I'm on my way in. I have numerous other dispatchers that are calling, texting, you need us, we're here, you need us, we're here. This group of dispatchers was awesome last night. I had one in particular that was working the county position last night. He was the calm in the storm. He maintained everything. He took total control and command of the 911 center. He was checking on the other dispatchers, making sure if they needed a break, they needed something, in the meantime, keeping everybody abreast of what was going on. When you have all of these agencies that's on our frequency, and he is able to maintain and listen to what was going on. I have a former dispatcher that was mentioned today that is now in her current position. She was assisting while on vacation, relaying information so that we could get this information out quickly. So when Bob is talking about all of this going on, can you imagine? There is phones ringing off the hook, there's radios that's going on. I have 5 working positions, and they were all full. And they were at high demand. So kudos to those officers out there that they were doing everything they could to keep this county safe. Sheriff Fletcher, as soon as he got the call, he was out the door. He was wanting to know this and to know that. Even before his feet even left, he was trying to process what was going on. We have a lot of people to be proud of today. We truly do. And so when I talk about my dispatchers, I had Aaron Beaumont. He was the one that took the lead. I had Kyle Robinson, who was working fire and EMS. Mike Watkins, who you just approved as full-time, was working Weird Inside. And I had Jason Miller, who has just stopped in to get his paycheck. Teresa Elliott and Sierra Dunleavy. They pulled it off. We got everybody home safe. And I'm one proud boss today. So thank you.
Thank you. Jeannie?
Just glad all the responders are safe and at home now.
Mr. Ron, great.
There's not much I can add to it. It's just that we're fortunate, extremely fortunate, to have the people we do protecting us out there, and for one, I'm grateful for it.
Sheriff Fletcher?
There's a lot of kudos go around to everyone of all the emergency services. When the dispatch was feeding me information and I was running and jumping to get into a cruiser, and you may be surprised by this, but my radio doesn't receive as well. So I
We'll
I
look
go
into
on the
that.
phone, and the dispatcher's relaying information to me. And at one point, the dispatcher says, "I'm sorry, Sheriff Fletcher, I'm sorry, I'm kind of busy." Of course, I know he's busy. I could hear my radio crackling, and I could hear noise in the background. And to be honest with you, I just smiled, because I know what's going on inside that 9/11 center. I know. Chaotic out in the street, chaotic in those little rooms. What I'm most proud of as far as last night goes, is the cooperation we received from every agency in the valley. Not only did they show up on their own, for instance, as I was in my cruiser, getting updated, jumping back and forth, I got a phone call from Chief Alexander, Orton PD. I had to hold one line closed so I could listen to him, and hold on, Robbie, hold on. Anyways, I know you got your hands full. What do you need? I don't know yet, Rob, what I got. His answer was, "I'm coming anyways. I'll see you up there." And he brought a crew without asking. And that's just one incident, but we had every agency in the valley either show up or were on standby. It's unbelievable. When all those men got together and all the extra calls that were coming in, because we were tied up with 3 major areas of calls. When all those other calls were coming in, we had the manpower to answer them, and we answered every one of them. And it was, I answered one call, and I was like 3rd to get there, and there must have been 7 cruisers. I'm going, this has never happened. And it was a possible gunshot call, but it was something else was going on, totally different from what we were having. It was just, there was just so many people coming from Pennsylvania, law enforcement, Ohio. It was just tremendous. And I'm grateful for the cooperation we received. Everything was smooth as far as that goes. People were stepping on each other, we weren't bumping each other. The outsiders were asking the insiders, what I mean from out-of-towners, asking the county units, how do we get here, there? They were going to places they had no idea where it was, out in their rural areas, and it worked. It worked well. No complaints. I don't know how to thank these people enough. This is just a step. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Except I'm very, very tired.
Just to mention again, the kudos that was to everybody that was involved in this terrible situation.
Okay. Commissioner Cowie?
Just the many thanks to the 911 center, dispatch, deputies, and all the police in different areas that came in. I really appreciate everything you guys do, first responders in there, to keep us safe. I'm glad that they lost.
Yes, it is unfortunate that we had to experience this type of act last night, but that's exactly why dispatchers, police officers, firemen, they train. And the only thing I can say is thank y'all. Thank you very much.
And me, along with the same. It was a little different. I just was able to sit at home, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just, it wasn't our part to be there because we're not familiar with the process as much as you guys were. But I could tell you, us three were in conversation, and our prayers are with you, and our prayers were answered. And we're looking at 3 injuries, including 1 fatality. So 2 injuries and a fatality.
Yeah, some minor injuries.
All right. And a wrecked car.
Yeah, a wrecked cruiser.
And 1 minor officer injured.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic for the area that you covered and the roads you had to drive on.
And the wrecked cruiser was a direct result of stopping a bad guy.
Yes. So, thank you to all of you again, and I hope it doesn't happen again. But in today's world, we just don't know. It's a
No, we don't know. We have
phone call away.
all these years I've been around law enforcement, and God bless our community in so many ways. But we're just a small community. Nothing ever happens here. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. It can happen anywhere.
Right.
Okay, and when you have support of not only of all the agencies, the support of the people. I've received so many well wishes over the telephone, texting, back and forth, that it feels good to know that the community supports you too.
Okay. Is that it?
I have one other thing I would like to add. The SWIFT 911 app that was utilized last night. If you do not have this app, please get it. Please get the SWIFT 911 app. This app was utilized to tell people to stay in place, that we had a situation, just, to maintain the safety. So it is an app that is utilized by the Hancock County Emergency Management. So if you do not have that app, go online, get the app, and we're going to be doing a big push on the SWIFT 911. So I just wanted to, again, thank everybody, and I hope this is something we never have to go through again. But when you were talking about training, Jeff, we 2 of the dispatchers had active shooter class that they had just finished in April. It was an online class that they took, but that was training that was utilized, and Aaron was that calm in the storm and the chaos. So thank you for everything.
Okay. That's all we have there. Our next meeting is scheduled for next Thursday, August 22nd, as normal, 2:30 p.m. right here. And if there's no further business before this meeting, I declare it adjourned.